folks, and good morning from Amsterdam. If you've seen my cruise video, that you'll know I've just got off the bus here and I'm now heading into town to do some exploring. I've got very limited time here. You've only got about 4 hours. The bus picks you up at 3:30 and it's currently 11 o'clock, so you really don't have long, which is why I'm not hesitating. I'm already on the move. Let's head into town and see what's occurring. Normally, when Elijah and I come on these trips, we sort of absolutely pack our itinerary, so we've always got something to do. I've purposely not done that for this trip. I've left, my entire day open. I just want to see where the day takes me. The only thing I have got on the itinerary is not get hit by a bicycle. They are everywhere. Looks like they've still got their Christmas lights up. These would have been very cool to see. Unfortunately, I don't think it'll be dark by the time we sort of head back to the bus. It's a bit of a shame, but they look lovely. I'm not going to today, but does anybody else always go into a McDonald's when it's in a different country, just to see how their menu's different? It blew my mind when we went to Milan a couple of years ago, and we went in Mackey's and they sold beer. Don't get that in the UK, we're not trustworthy enough. Quite a long tune considering it's only 1/2 the hour. It's the 5-0. Still going. This was the longest running clock. It's incredible. Your head's got to be on an absolute swivel in this place. Bicycles everywhere. That's pretty cool though. It is quite interesting to see that as soon as you come off that sort of like main street, it's quiet. There's no one around. If I just
swing the camera around, there's no one for another good 100 metres here. There's no one really on that side of the canal. You've just got the place to yourself. It's fantastic.
To the outside world. It's immediately cold. It was lovely and toasty warm in there. Pretty cool. It was only a small little museum. It was like 2 floors and not the most exhibits, but fascinating history. Quite cool to learn about. And it was €7.50 to get in as a student. I think it was like 15 for full adult price, so pretty good value, I thought. I'm going to head back to Dam Square so I can sort of get the bearings and then go for another wander. Just love the design of the houses here. It's absolutely fabulous. I wish more architecture was like this. It's brilliant. Right, I vaguely know where I am now because that's the clock that didn't stop. Just kept playing its jingles.
So I think, rather than going directly back up to Dam Square, which I now know is like basically up that canal, I'm going to take a slight detour and go sort of straight across and see what's hidden down these streets.
Right, that's the street I came out of to get to the
Little tower that's behind me now, so I think we'll head down here and hopefully maybe like wrap up around the back towards the train station. I don't know if that made sense in my mind. I've got a very loose map of where I'm going. Oh, that looks cute. Let's go and have a look.
I have no idea if there's anything up here, I'm just having a wonder, but what I do know is I'm starting to feel a little bit hungry, so it's time to find some lunch. See the little cat on the wall?
Gotta look up sometimes. What a pretty little street.
Elijah wouldn't let me hear the end of it if I didn't say hello.
Hello.
That particular street didn't lead anywhere overly interesting, however, I have ended up right back at Dam Square, which is kind of handy.
This is now the back of the Royal Palace. Yes, the Royal Palace. So now I'm super central. It should be super easy to find some lunch.
I keep seeing loads of these little city cars, they're fantastic.
They don't look much more than a motorbike with four wheels. I think it's just a motorbike engine, but they look fabulous. Police, budget cuts, they're all on bicycles.
Absolutely banging. That hit the spot, and it was only €3, so even better. Recommend that Phoebo, I think it was called. It's basically just like hot croquets, and it was absolutely banging. Agenda for now is, I think, a little bit of souvenir shopping.
Look, it's cheese. There's so much.
I'm not sure how much I'll record, but there should be a laugh. I didn't record too much in there because I'm not sure what YouTube allows, but it was actually really, really good. It wasn't just completely crude and crass. It was actually, informative. They had, images, early photographs going back to like 1880 in some cases, even before. So yeah, really, actually quite interesting, and it had sort of views from around the world. It wasn't just toys, should we say. It was actually genuinely quite interesting. €10 to get in. Would recommend. Right. I've got about an hour before I have to get back to the bus, so I think time for some souvenir shopping. Souvenirs sorted. I am going to head back towards the central train station because I think there's a couple of ferries that run there that take you over to the other side of the river, and I think they're free. So that's worth checking out. So let's go and do that. I've immediately become distracted. This is quite possibly the coolest looking train station I've ever seen.
Look at that. It's insane.
Let's go and have a closer look. I mean, absolute astonishment. I genuinely thought this was like a palace as I walked towards it, and it's not. It's just the train station. It's incredible. I can go further in because it's immediately ticket barriers, which is understandable. It is a working station, but what a cool building.
See, even on the side they've got details, look. This is superb.
This is quite handy. This is what I'm on about. There I am. There's a little ferry, look, that goes across
To the sort of like the lookout tower and that part of the river. I think that'd be kind of cool. We've just about squeezed that in. Got an hour before we need to worry about the bus.
Ah, perfect. One of the ferries is literally just docking, so I should be able to make that one and then go straight across.
And straight across is nice too. That's timed perfectly. Right, I'm pretty sure these are free. That's my understanding anyway. You sort of just rock up, get on, takes you across. Let's find out. I'm guessing Voet gangers means foot passengers. I've probably butchered the pronunciation. I do apologise. And we're on. Oh yeah. Let's go through to the front, get the best view. Oh yeah, this is the business. That was a lookout tower. It's now completely enveloped in cloud. They ain't seen much up there right now.
What a brilliant little service. It's not quite as good as the handball ferry back home, but it's free, so that works in its favour.
The fact they run so frequently as well is fantastic, and I've just noticed there was some more on the other side. So I think what I'll do now is sort of work my way across, go and find what's remaining of the lookout tower, which is, I think, that building, completely lost in the clouds, and then go back across that side before I walk back to get the bus, which is just going to be where those ones are parked up over there. So that should take about
an hour and should be quite enjoyable. So let's get walking. Handy dandy, here's a map. Ooh, I'm gonna guess that means I am there.
So what do I want? I want to get across, so I need to walk up the road. That looks like a bridge. Sort of drop down, go up, get another bridge. Perfect.
I said this about some of the side streets back in Amsterdam city centre, that you sort of go down them and they're immediately quiet, but this is desolate, you know, and it's a 2-minute ferry ride across the water. It's so peaceful here, it's wonderful. As it turns out, I may not need to go all the way up and around, because I think
I might be able to walk over this lock, potentially, because it does say footpath. Well, that's what I've assumed that sign means. Or maybe not. Also, it's impossible to tell what bit's the road, what bit's the cycle route, because it all just looks the same.
Especially the city centre, you had like tram line, bicycle road, like route, and then the road, and then it was repeated on the other side. It was impossible to tell. I haven't been flattened yet, so that's kind of working out so far. Having just said that, I think I might actually be on the cycle path. Wow. An Englishman abroad.
But I think that chap there is about to confirm my suspicions that I can just walk across this one. Yes, there we go. Happy days.
Is that someone's house? That's incredible. Or is it going to be someone's house?
That looks cool as hell. It's multi-floored as well. Powered by the Heinz Bean tugboat though. There's some sort of museum, but it takes 13 minutes to walk there, and the time is,
if I can just about get my watch out, 2:35. Ooh. No, I don't think it'll be worth it. By the time I get there and, you know, get a ticket, I'm not gonna have enough time really, am I? No.
This is a cool looking place though. Look at this. It's a bit futuristic. There's a museum in here, film, expose, a shop. Everyone loves a good shop. This is Holland. I think that's like an experience place, like one of those 5D experiences. Pretty cool. And then there's a lookout tower. I think there's a restaurant up there as well. And when it's not a day like today and it's a bit sunnier, I imagine the views over the city would be absolutely stunning. Unfortunately, not today.
Just made a quick little pit stop to put my gloves on, because as these clouds keep descending, as does the temperature, it's now freezing. This morning it was quite mild, it was quite enjoyable, but now it's so cold, so quickly as well. Right, I don't think we've got realistically any time to keep going that way, as much as it would be cool.
Oh, please don't attack me as I walk past you. Hello, I'm a friend. Thank you.
Made it. Yeah, realistically, I don't think we have enough time to to keep going that way. So we'll head back, we'll get the ferry across to the central station, maybe have a little poke around the front again, see if I missed anything last time, or even the back potentially, depending on how much of it's walkable, because a lot of it is like bus station and coach station, ferry port, you know, maybe it's not that accessible, but we'll find out, and then we'll sort of wrap up the video back where we'll get the bus later on.
I might have a choice of destinations over there, you know, or do they both go to that same point, I wonder. I'll watch as this one goes across, see where I want to go. I tell you what, I'll be seeing a lot more than they will. It says there's a swing on it as well, actually, looking at that sign. You swing out over the edge.
That is like actual nightmare fuel for me. Wouldn't want to be doing that. If you're lucky enough not to be afraid of heights, then by all means get yourself up there. I'm sure the views are fantastic, but you couldn't pay me enough to go on that, I'll tell you that.
I don't actually think it's a different destination. You just sort of pulls in either sort of left, middle, or right. So sadly, no extra adventure over there somewhere, but that'll do. That's where we need to go. And I reckon we might get that one as it comes back. Although we'll see what's on the clock when we get over there.
Oh yeah, check out the camo. Love your work. As much as those things look small and ridiculous, I suppose they have the added benefit over a bicycle if they have a heater for days like today. Here we go. Oh, there's quite a few ferries, look.
Wow. So that was the one I got just now, the F2. So I can get the F3 across. There's an F4 that goes right the way up to, I think that must be the working port. And there's other little ones down here, look. There's loads. It's a tram map. It goes all over. It's fantastic.
This cover on the train station is just as good as the front. This whole building is fantastic.
And it seems fairly easy. Straight shot down the road now. Get back to the bus.
Well, that was an experience. Just popped into the station just to go for a wee. And you know, like Waterloo Station, you used to have to put 20-50p in, and then you could go through the turnstile and do what you need to do. Well, in there you pay, you know, 50 cents or whatever it is for euros. You get a ticket. It's like a fairground ticket to get into the toilets. It's mad. Anyway, that's part of the experience of being in different places, is the little quirks, such as toilet tickets. Anyway, enough of that. Let's head down the road and bring this video to an end. So it appears that that's actually the bus station that has this cool roof.
And it's the train station on the other side there. It's got that sort of palatial frontage to it. So the Dutch certainly know how to build a public transport station. It's incredible.
They've really thought of everything. They've got one half of it covered
I'm not sure if that's for bikes or whatever, but in my mind it's to cover the drop into the water for people like me who are scared of heights. What a cracking looking building. Sadly, no signage. And I think those might be our buses. So I've timed this to perfection. And there we have it, guys, back where we started this morning. What a day. I've not particularly done much in the way of attractions, but I've just had a brilliant time just wandering around, seeing the streets, seeing the canals. Went into the little Amsterdam Museum to learn more about the city. Brilliant. Went into the Sex Museum. Couldn't film much of that, but it was good. It was really good value. It was quite funny, and also really interesting. And then gone over the other side on the free little ferry, which I think is about to head off at any given moment.
And just an all-round brilliant day. Even if it is now freezing, it hasn't taken the edge off. It's been fantastic. I've loved it. It's my first time here, and I'd be really happy to come back and see more of it, and for longer as well. Because the bus got in at 11 o'clock, and it's now 3. So we've only been 4 hours, you know. So I've really squeezed it in, and I've had a great time. I can't wait to come back again. So we'll sign off on that positive note. I hope you guys have enjoyed coming with me as well. If you have, let me know. What's your experience of Amsterdam? Have you been before? Let me know in the comments. Take care, guys. I'll see you very, very soon in another video. Bye.